Yeah.
Okay? So this morning we are here with members of the Association of Tutors, members who have long-standing issues and are not getting appropriate responses from the Ministry of Education. And it's been more difficult over the last few weeks since the phone lines of the Ministry of Education have been down. So our members are entitled to get time off to come to inquire about their personal and professional business. Among the information we are seeking to get today, for example, what is happening with the time frame for confirmation, for medical, to get confirmation in my position. We have some people waiting as far back as 2008 to get that medical to be confirmed as a permanent employee. We have persons who have applied for transfers, promotions, etc. They can't find a file and they don't know what's happening. So not all of our issues that we want to find out about this morning are monetary or financial in nature. We do have people inquiring about increments and their upgrades, but the reality is, given all that's happening, it's been very demotivating for our members to know that they have not been able to get action on their issues, especially in this current context. So much pressure is put on teachers to do so much more. For example, what we recognize is that there are some members who are having health issues and their medicals are not being processed in a timely manner for them to proceed on sick leave. And that's increasing. You must get the permission to proceed on leave. We had one person, I was relating a while ago, we had one person who actually sadly died in service. And because he did not receive that medical for his confirmed appointment, his family was not able to receive benefits in a timely manner. So we are here today for a little bit, hoping that we can get some information. In 2020, Twitter submitted a list of over 200 names of educators with issues seeking clarification. The ministry sent back earlier last year asking us for information on these persons. Now mind you, each educator would have a file in the ministry. So why are you sending us back, making requests for information? So those challenges have been, as I said, very demotivating, very demoralizing. We recognize that our teachers need support, and so we are here this morning hoping to get some information from the Ministry of Education officials on some of these matters for our members. If there is need for us to visit on subsequent occasions, we will have to do so to get the traction. At this point in time, we have a small number. We probably have between 50 and 75 persons. And like I said, they are entitled to come to the ministry and seek information on their personal and professional matters. But we don't know how many more persons will decide to do so over the next few weeks. Yeah?
What is the ideal for confirmation in terms of findings and so on?
The ideal process would be that, for example, the same confirmation, when I get my medical, which is required under law for me to be appointed in a permanent position, that should not take more than 3 months. I remember when I left and I was ready to get my confirmation years ago, it took me 3 months. Now you have people waiting all of these years, for example, and it's just an excuse. You're not going to a private doctor, you're going to the public system, right? So it's simply a matter of scheduling. That doesn't incur any additional cost, for example. So these are some of the issues that we want to highlight and remind the ministry they have a responsibility to treat these things on behalf of educators.
So what is the status of these educators? Are they coming to give me a rough number?
They are temporary. So their lives are on hold. They cannot access all of the benefits of taking out a mortgage, etc. They are temporary educators. And I would say we have about 30% of those persons roughly in such a position right now from our records. Right? And as persons leave the teaching service and university and they enter, the numbers will increase. Another thing that we are concerned about is our status, the security of our tenure. Some of our members, because they are temporary due to this situation, we've noticed that the Ministry of Education has sent out advertisements for temporary persons on contract positions. For example, assistant technical vocational instructors. Now the reality is we have persons with similar entry requirements already in the service, but you're not confirming that. You are bringing on a parallel system to to do what? To pay these people less money to do the same job? What's going to happen now to our people who have been working in these positions for 10, 15, 20 years? Are you going to just send them home? These are the questions we want to answer. And mind you, the Minister of Education has declared that tutor will be told what it needs to be told. He said that repeatedly. So the lack of bilateral discussions between the union and the minister and the permanent secretary on the other hand to clarify some of these issues, that's lending to the frustration of it.
So, you believe it was shot to basically undermine your position?
Union busting? Yes. Union busting? Yes. Because you see, you don't want to hear the hard things that a union will have to say. Even when we are speaking on social justice issues, even when we're speaking on rights issues. Notice, I'm not talking about money and pay us this. We are talking about rights issues that you are due under the law to fulfill your requirement as a job holder. So union busting, we see it, yes, and what we've seen is the minister sending correspondence to the president of people now, such as what was done last week. This is what we want to do. Give us a response by this date. So the most recent correspondence we received yesterday, Madam GS, from the minister was that all of a sudden you want to have the standard 5 students stay at home 2 weeks before SCA for health and safety issues. And rather than call us and have a discussion, you send us a letter and tell us, give us a response by Thursday, 3rd March. How is that meaningful consultation? How is that going to help anyone at this point in time? And we are seeing that attitude repeatedly. It's unfortunate because tutor has never refused to engage in discussion. We've said there are things that need to change. Have a discussion with us at the level of the CPO, and we have not seen that. We are waiting. We are waiting. We are waiting.
That can actually be right?
What, the letter? I can show you the letter?
Yes.
I can send a copy of the letter to you. I will send it to you. The 31st of March? Yes, the 31st of March. So you just decide for safety, because they expect COVID cases to go up. Let them stay home and work online. And tutor has made the point, you can't be switching back and forth. That's a psychological thing on those children's minds. Not to mention the affordable teachers now have come out, organized to be outside in the classroom, and you're telling me I have to curtail that now? We need to do better than this.
So are you going to respond to that letter?
Well, they will decide tomorrow, please, what if you are going to listen. Right? I will tell you we will make a decision tomorrow, please, right? But the whole tone of the letter is very condescending, and as a union, it's something that's a bit disturbing, because as you've signaled, it seems to be a trend. It seems to be a trend. So do the union busting to destabilize the union. You see, we don't have to agree all the time, but we have to understand there are principles that have to be abided by and upheld, and that's what we want for our members. Yeah?
On another note, they are shutting down EFCL, and even before this issue, you all have been complaining about the condition of schools. So how concerned is children moving forward?
That would be a matter that we would want to ventilate at our executive meeting tomorrow and take some clear positions for. Because notwithstanding all of the challenges and the allegations of corruption, lack of transparency, etc., EFCL had a particular function to maintain school facilities, as you are signaling. That has not happened, and so now it must be a concern for us what is going to happen with our infrastructure, especially as we are projected to repopulate fully next term, please God. So we hope that again there will be discussion, but we will be making our positions felt on that matter before the end of the week, and we will be sending the correspondence out.
Yeah, I want to have a bit of an overview of how schooling has been going since you guys have taken the decision not to engage virtually with different services.
The reality is it is a stressful situation, one for both educators and students, and some students are still not connected. And that is a challenge, therefore their preparation for these examinations is compromised, because regardless of what, the children are not connected. Right? They are not coming to school in some instances physically, they are not connecting online. So that issue of learning loss and student dropout is still there, even outside of the position that teacher has said, emergency remote teaching measures have stopped because you put us back into our substantive position. That's not something we have control over. We have been saying from day one, let us discuss and come up with strategies, and it has not been done, and we are here now. But our teachers are trying the best to reach our students, and we have to commend them for it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for the interview. Alright?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll get everybody on. You can put back on your mask.
Sure. I didn't realize there was
nobody
people behind there now. Yeah.
Alright.